All right, hello. Welcome to what we hope will be the first of many episodes of PLL slash Lacrosse Price is Right, or any other kind of game shows we're doing here. Got three wonderful guests from across the PLL spectrum of fans. We'll give them a moment to introduce themselves. Jack, why don't we start with you?
I'm Jack. I am one of the leaders of the battery. Go Cannons.
Yeah,
Happy to be
absolutely.
here.
Yeah. So Jack and I lead the battery, which I assume if you're watching this, you're already aware of. Jackson, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, hey, I'm Jackson. I'm an Archers fan, but I actually live in South Carolina, so I have to travel pretty far to see my team. But also very excited to be here, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to have you. I know you're a PLO freak just like I am. So, looking forward to seeing you put on a good showing. And then Kyle, the person with the biggest audience here.
I don't know if I would go that far, but yeah, what's up, guys? Kyle Bennett, aka KB from the Outside the Box podcast. I cover the league for both OTB and then my company's Underground Sports Philadelphia. Obviously, when I'm on Underground, go Water Dogs, but when I'm covering everything for OTB, it's I just hope everyone in the league has fun and we see good lacrosse.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. And we'll have some OTB links in the description here, I'm sure. And all right, let's get into the game. So it is Price is Right. Um, no actual like dollars amounts here, but the Price is Right rules for anyone listening or any of you who are not 100% sure is each question is going to have a number as the answer. You want to give the closest to that answer without going over. So the example I have here is if I asked what was Blaze Reed's save percentage in 2024, if you said 59.3, you would win, probably, because the correct answer is 59.4. If you said 60%, you would go over, you would be eliminated slash disqualified. So the way this is going to work is you'll get the closest person is going to get 1 point for the answer. We could, if you both say the same answer, say two people said 59.3, you would each get a point. If someone gets it exactly right, they're going to get 3 points because I think that will be quite the remarkable feat given how specific some of these numbers are going to be. Any questions before we begin?
I'm
Will you
good.
tell us if we need decimal points?
Yes, yeah. Anything besides just a standard integer, I'll let you guys know. All right, now we'll start with question one then. So, um, a milestone that we might wind up seeing this coming season if he has a good year with the Whip Snakes. How many points does Rob Pennell need to pass Paul Rabel for the all-time lead in points? Specifically to pass. So, whatever number you're thinking of to tie, add one. We'll do a soft clock here. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. All right, you all have an answer?
Yep.
All right, show them to the camera. Jack 22, 28, 52. Jackson, that point is going to you. However, uh, the correct answer is 47. So, Jack and Jackson, you thought I don't know, you both thought he needed not as many as he did, and KB, you were a little over. So that is 1 point for Jackson. All right. So this next question, the correct answer, I'll say should be a decimal point. What is the Maryland Whipsnakes all-time win percentage, regular season, playoffs, and championship series?
Oh,
Oh,
And championship series.
that's the
Yeah.
thing throwing
yeah,
me
So
that
off
drag
puts me
it
now.
down
down
a
a
little
few
bit.
points, whatever
Oh,
you thought it was.
good grief. All time.
Yeah.
We're doing this on a
I mean, I'll
like
be
a
generous
batting
if you
average scale, like 1.000 would be perfect.
yeah, well, I mean, I'll be generous. If you say you like 50 or point 0.5, like either one is
Yeah.
fine. All right, you all have a number,
Oh yeah, mine's so wrong, but
but maybe the others are more wrong.
come on.
All right, let's see them. We got 623, 598, 57, 2. That is a point for Kyle. The
Let's
correct
go.
answer, 58.3.
Oh,
The Whip Snakes are 42 and 30 all time in the PLL.
Wow.
Um, yeah, those that 0 and 7 really dragging them down.
But it gets counteracted by 2020.
Yeah, and also yeah, they
Yeah.
went 9-1 one of those years as
Yeah, in
well.
2021.
Yeah. Okay. This one is also going to be a different format. I think it'll be pretty clear what you guys do need once I say the question. What is the biggest age gap between two PLL teammates all time? So right answer is going to be either years, days, or years, months, days.
Damn, that's a good question.
Thank you. I think you guys probably can guess who one of the players involved is. Um, but I am going to do my best not to give any hints. And hopefully this is a number that goes up as, the PLL can pay people more and guys can stay in the league a little longer. We get more guys in their late 30s and early 40s. All right. Everyone have an answer? All right, let's see them. All right, Jack, we got 17, 4-month 11, 10, 8, 21. Uh, that is going to be Jackson's point. Jack, you were just over. The correct answer, 17 years, 3 months, 15 days.
Wow.
Who is that gap?
That is Brody Merrill and Asher Nolting.
Oh, it was
Wow.
Asher. I was
Yeah.
I was on Brody, but I thought it was Brody and Matt DeLuca.
Yeah. Uh, did when he played for the Dogs that one year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. That was Jackson's point, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes, because Jack was just over. Cool. All right. Um, yeah. Brody Merrill born November 5th, 1981. Asher Nolting, September 20th, 1999.
Wow.
So Brody was
Hmm.
40, Asher was 23. Yeah.
Damn.
I was pretty confident he was the upper bound of that because no one else I could find in the PLL had ever played past 40. I mean, I think
Yeah.
except John Grant Jr., but I was sticking just with PLL for this. Um, all right, now we're gonna flash back a couple more years. In the first year of the PLL, regular season and postseason, how many people took a face-off?
Ooh.
2019?
Yeah, in 2019, regular season and playoffs, how many people took a face-off? All right, you all got a number?
Yes.
All right, Kyle looks like he's still thinking.
Think I'm good.
All right, let's see him. Jack's got 17, Jackson 16. All right, that is a point for Jack. However, Jack,
Yeah.
you only have half the total. The correct answer is 34.
Wow.
Yeah, we had 20 because you remember they have that violation rule where if you lose a face,
Right.
a violation, you can't take the next one. So we got a lot of D mids and LSMs taking face-offs. Um, there were some fun stats that I wanted to say here. So we had 29 different people take a face-off in the regular season, 5 people who only took a face-off in the playoffs. Um, including, this is crazy, Austin Henningsen, whose only career game was the Chaos's first round playoff loss
Uh-huh.
as a faceoff specialist. And then we also had Brett Hyken, whose that was his only game in the PLL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I forget which team he played for. I think it was the Atlas. Um, I looked these stats up a few weeks ago. But yeah, what an odd stat. So anyway, thank you, Austin and Brent, for your work. Um, yeah, all right. Next question. This is I'm glad we don't have any Chrome fans on here. Actually, no. How many games did the Chrome lose their entire history, regular season, playoffs, and champ series?
Mm.
Not this is obviously not counting the Denver Outlaws, the 2024 season,
Yeah.
specifically as Chrome
Yeah.
LT. You all got an answer? All right, let's see it. Kyle, we got 27, Jackson 35, Jack's at a 26 or a 20,
25.
25. All right, that point will go to Kyle. The correct answer, believe it or not, is also 34.
Wow.
Oh, I was off by one.
Yep, yeah. So Jackson, you just blew it. Um, yeah, I didn't write down. I think I have their whole record here. I mean, obviously you guys know they didn't have a lot of great seasons.
They had a 1-9 year. I know that.
Yep.
Didn't they
They
have two of them?
I think they went 2-8 one year.
they
Uh,
went 2-8. Um,
Seven
they
and
went
two or 7-3. Was
Yeah,
like their
there
best
was one
year.
year. There was one year too. The PLL only did a 9 game season.
Yeah, because they
I think
played
they
like the
went.
triple headers or something.
Yep. Yeah, that was a weird year.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh no. And then the first year, I believe they went either 2-8 or 1-9, and then they also had that like draft pick playoff
Yeah,
game.
bring that back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
that was sweet.
yeah.
that let the freaking Archers get Grant Ament. I don't think we need it. They get eliminated from the playoffs. They kick the crap out of the Atlas, and then the reward is a generational attackman and midfielder.
Well, they also kicked the crap out of the Atlas during, I think it was World Box, and so like the Atlas didn't have Trevor either. So it was,
Hmm.
I think before Jeff Teat this year, that was the game that Will Manny scored like
Oh
eight
yeah,
goals or something, and it was a PLL
Yeah.
record until Teat broke it this year.
yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I think Marcus has the all-time record because he got like 10 in a machine game. But yeah, that 8 goals is probably going to stand for quite a while. All right, next question. How many players have ever played in the championship series across now the 3 years that it has been run?
Damn.
You guys know what the roster size is? Obviously went up by one this year. And you know Tommy Palasek will get flown in and land at 4 in the morning. So it might be a few more people than strictly roster size. Well, and of course, you know, the Archers have been there all 3 years, so they have a lot of players who played in all three. All right, you all have an answer?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. All right, let's see it. Jack says 101, Jackson 114, Kyle 124. Jack, congratulations. You're the only player not to go over. The correct answer is 109.
Let's go.
Yeah. Um, and that, well, it wouldn't have made a difference. I did not count, what's his name? Reed Junkin, who did not play any minutes because he didn't actually, you know, play in Champ Series. But I believe he's the only player that qualifies to, and it would not have impacted the final result. Yeah. That's so that's about what's a third of the league kind of, but it's also a bunch of players who haven't played regular season and might not. Like I don't know, it feels like some of those Whip Syncs guys
Ricky
probably not gonna.
Miezon.
Yeah, well no,
Carter
he played a couple
Parlat.
games for the
Did he?
He
yeah,
played two or three this summer.
yeah. I'm thinking more Dylan Palinetti and Tate Gallagher and Jacob Angelis for the Whips this past year.
Tate might end up playing.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they can't, just you
Carter
know,
Carter Parlett.
that's true.
That's what I
Well,
just
yeah,
said.
we'll see
Yeah.
if he can crack the roster in Carolina. Like better like
Not saying we manifested that trade or not, but we may have manifested that trade on the pod.
did you manifest as Lonnie and going as well?
I did not have Islanian going, but I said Roy Colsey and Spencer Ford were on those sidelines during Cannon's games, and I was like, who's to say they don't go and get, Carter Parlett for that short stick D midi group? And then literally 2 days later, that trade happened.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Use your prophesying
Kudos.
power for good or not evil, I suppose. Make sure that he,
Well, you guys know the chirp with Carter Parlett from Champ Series this year,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
I
that
don't even
was
play in this league and I'm scoring
hilarious.
on you.
I don't even play in this league. That's insane behavior.
Yeah. I think he did that. He said that to Miles Jones too, who is,
And he
I
said
mean,
to Ryan Ambler of all people.
who I feel like, I mean, I'm sure he does, but right, I can't imagine Ryan Ambler talking trash.
That was the angriest I think I've ever seen Ryan Ambler in my life was that championship game. Like he
Yeah.
was like visibly angry and I was like you had to have done something to upset the nicest human I've ever met.
Yeah. Didn't he won the sportsman or no, he won the leadership award, right? Or
Yeah,
teammate of the year, something like
teammate
that.
of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what Carter said to someone else that didn't get picked up. All right. So we are tied twos across the board here as we go into question seven. We're sticking with Champ Series. How many 2-point shots did Romar Dennis attempt during the 2023 Champ Series?
Oh, how many did he hit? 17?
I mean, he hit a lot. You guys, you all know that. I don't, let me see if I can pull that stat up real quick while you're thinking of the answer. 2023 Champ Series. I'm not going to tell you until after you guys put your guesses in, just so we don't bias anything here. Come on, phone. There we go. Um, yeah, wouldn't you know he's at the top? Oh boy, man, he was so good in that tournament. All right, you all got answers?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's see him. Jack says, can you move a little center? Yeah, 23, 36. Kyle's out of 26.
26.
All right, Jackson, well done. The correct answer is 37.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Yeah, he attempted 37 and he scored on 15 of them.
I
Oh
knew it
well.
was something crazy. I think because he won the Golden Stick with like 37 scoring points or something outrageous.
38. Yep. No,
And
30, 34 and 38 points total. He had four assists.
yeah,
Yeah. February 2023 was a good time to be Romar Dennis. Okay. That's weird. Here we go. All right. Next question is I'm very proud of this one. It is much more abstract. What is the sum of the jersey numbers for all players who scored a goal for the Atlas in 2024?
Oh, I'm going to remember this number once I hear the answer forever.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's a great number, I think. No,
I'm
it's
trying
not
to
69.
I'm trying to think if they haven't. I mean, like a Ronan Jacoby wore like 88.
He did, and he scored a goal.
Yeah,
So you know the answer is at least 88.
that's correct. Golly.
All right, let's see him. I don't think any of you will be over. Jackson 178, Jack 142, Kyle 294. Kyle, that is a point for you, but you
Let's go.
are way under. The correct answer is 489.
Wow.
What?
So you've got, I mean, a lot of different people score for the Atlas. You got Ronan Jacoby, as Jackson mentioned. You also have Reed Bowering, who wore 98.
I forget about Reed.
Yeah. And then you had obviously Teat, Schellenberger, Dixon, Cormier, Logan McGovern, Miles Jones, Costabile, Carpenter, Smith, Aiken, Camizio, Logan. Logan, who wears 91, Razanka, Baptiste, and Jake Stevens.
Which Kobe Smith is an outlier because he wears number 0.
Yes, but I mean, I had to include him for integrity, but
Now
he did not
that would have been
impact.
funny, where you said if you add them all up and then multiply them by each other,
Yeah.
that would be a fun answer
Yeah.
because it's 0.
Oh, that would have
Good
been
math
so.
there.
I that would be no, it'd be so mean. All right. All right, Kyle, not to put any pressure on you. I think you'll do well in this question. How many players who played a game in the 2024 PLL season have also played a game in the 2024-25 NLL season?
Ooh.
Oof.
So current NLL season.
Yeah, the current season that's happening right now. Um, the answer is smaller than 489.
That's a great question.
Thank you. And I can ask it every year, and it's going to change.
Mm-hmm. I'm very interested to know the answer of this.
Yeah, I think I was really happy to know it. It did take quite a bit of digging because there's no easy database for it. But yeah, it's good info. I'm sure the Rabels know. Um, yeah, we have answers for all three of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Jack says 23, 68, 101. That's a win for Jack. The correct answer is 54.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read everyone, but by team, the Cannons had three, the Woods eight, Chaos seven, Outlaws six, Whips four, Atlas six, and the Water Dogs and Archers 10 each.
Huh.
Well,
I did
Yeah.
not realize there was still that much overlap.
Yeah, there's a lot of Canadians, man.
The
Uh,
Bandits, the
and there's
Wings.
also, I mean, you think Mike Robinson played one game for the Cannons, but he's on the list because he's playing for
Yeah.
the Thunderbirds now.
Damn,
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't
there
know
were
why I
also
thought
some
it was more,
guys.
but
Yeah, there's some guys I didn't realize. Like I was not aware that IDA was playing for the Wings.
yeah, he's
So
been like a Wings mainstay.
yeah.
Pat Cav
Um,
just made his debut.
yep. Oh, so the answer is actually
Hmm.
55, but I wrote this question before that. But that fortunately that still doesn't.
Stowers played his first year.
Yep. I forget if. Oh, well, you were way over. So the point is,
Yeah.
it's still Jack's point. Oh no, Sowers is already on here. Yeah. Um.
Fascinating.
Cool. Yeah. So we're tied up at threes again. Wow. I might. I got a tiebreaker question. It's looking like I'm gonna need it.
It is very
Okay.
funny that only three goalies are on that list, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's a very different position.
It's Dylan Ward, Brett Dobson,
Well,
and
Blaze Reedon.
Blaze, technically.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. I guess I didn't realize we're kind of doubling up on the Kyle questions here. Ish. How many faceoffs for the Water Dogs were taken by someone other than Alex Stathakis in 2024?
Too many. uh, so the total number of face-off, not people.
Yeah, not the number of players, the actual
Okay.
number of faceoffs.
Oh,
Yep. So bigger answer than you were gonna write, Jack.
yes.
This keeps me awake at night.
Yeah, I mean I gotta think they would have won that first game against Boston if
They would have won both their homecoming games if they had a face-off guy.
yeah, probably. Oh well.
And they probably would have beat the Archers in the opening game too, because they only lost that game by one.
Yep.
But who cares? We're getting CJ cursed.
Yep. I know we had like tank for Tua, we had blow for Burrow. Is there any kind of like crash for cursed we could call it?
I forget what Kevin Boylard was doing when it was like kind of known that CJ was going to go number one, like around like late in the PLL, like last year when it was like kind of flipping to that. I forget what he was saying. It might have been like worst for cursed.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Mm,
And if the dogs win the East, you could call it, cursed first.
That's good.
Yeah, worst to cursed to first.
Put that in the back of the head.
Yep. I expect to hear that on an OTB episode at some point this summer.
I don't, because I think Philly's still gonna stink.
You're out of your
That's the
mind.
spirit, Jack. All right. Let's see. How many faceoffs were taken by someone other than Alex Stathakis? Kyle says 142, 110, 151. Unfortunately, that's no points for anyone. The correct answer is 91.
Damn.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many games
Um,
did they play without him?
three or
Four?
four, I believe. And then again, there's some violations in there. So we got obviously Courier took the most. He had 46. Matt Witcher took 18. Jake Richard took 14. Scarpello took 8. Charlie Hayes took 4. And Riley and Reese, I assume with a short stick, took 1.
Huh.
Too
Yeah.
many. Too many.
Yes. From a Dogs fan perspective, absolutely too many.
Ugh.
So we stay tied at 3 across the board. All right, we got another addition question here.
Ugh.
What is the sum point total of the top 10 point scorers in 2024?
Top 10 point scorers.
Say
Yeah.
that again. I was too disgusted with them having to do math.
I mean, you really just got to guess, or estimate. So the sum of the top 10 point scorers in 2024, the sum total of their points. I'm willing to read those players' names for you if you would like it.
That would be great.
Sure. So of course, this is in order. Of course, Jeff Teat was first. Then you had Asher Nolting, Michael Sowers, TJ Malone, Kieran McCardle, Marcus Holman, Connor Fields, Zed Williams, Rob Pennell, and Xander Dixon.
Just regular and postseason, or just regular season?
Just regular season.
That's crazy. 3 water dogs in the top 10 now.
Oh yeah,
Thinks
Zed.
still thinks we're gonna be well, not this year, but
Yeah, I do. If Zed Williams finishes top 10 in points for the Water Dogs, that means the Water Dogs had a terrible year.
I mean, we still had 2 in the top 5, and we had 2 wins all year. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, it's because they were just they were just passing the ball to each other, and then one of them would score. Let me
That
see
was
what the next
literally the
Water Dog on
offense.
this list is. Oh, I mean, yeah, the next Water Dog is Zach Courier at 21. Um, all right. Let me see those guesses. Kyle, 392, 342, 234. That is a point for Jackson. The correct answer is 366.
Damn. I
Yeah.
second guess myself.
What was your first guess?
365.
Oh, brutal. I did not do the average. Obviously, Jeff Teat brings it way up, but 10th place Xander Dixon had 30. So if you were thinking, well, I
I
guess
did
it's
the
3.6 per point per game.
I did the bottom six with 30, 235, or yeah, 235s and 240s,
Mhm.
and
And of
moved a
course,
little bit
Teat.
from there.
Yeah,
I just
Teat, I
said the
knew off the top of
first
my
number
head.
And
that
then you
came
have
into
six,
my
yeah,
head.
and 60.
Yeah. All right. I think that's the last math I'll ask you guys to do.
Thank God.
Uh, yeah, no more. Well, anyway. All right. Next one. What is the highest shooting percentage in a regular season in PLL history by a player with at least 20 shots on goal? So this is uh, percentage of shots they took that went into the net.
So 20 shots for the entire season.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's I forget who, but someone went 3 of 4 shooting.
Yeah.
But of the players who took at least 20. And I will give you an extra 3 points if you can name the player.
Ooh.
So
An extra 3 points.
because it's pretty specific, I think. Although that at this point that might seal the game. Uh, Maybe I should make it 2 points because it was I wanted to do a player with 10 plus shots on goal, but none of you guys would have guessed that player. Um,
Uh,
and again, this one should have a decimal point probably. If you want to guess a round number, you can.
and this is shooting percentage for the entire season.
Yes, it is just
Okay.
for the regular season though, because the
Okay.
playoffs stats are kept separately, and I did not want to do that math.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm sure I could have, but I probably should have been doing my real job.
Nah.
All right, let's see those guesses. Number and player. Jack says 37 by Matt Campbell. Love the homerism. 540 by Trey Leclerc and 62.3 from Marcus Holman. That is a point for Jackson. Jackson, Trey Leclerc did lead this past season in shooting percentage at 50. But unfortunately, he did not lead. The all-time high is 58.8 by Eric Law in 2019.
Wow,
Yeah, he went 20 for 34.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
I knew they were making a point about Trey this past year a lot. I think he was also, I don't know if y'all follow Dan, but he's got like the king bucket getter, and I think
Yep.
Trey went like 21-0 this year. I mean, it was a pretty impressive stat line.
Yeah. For him, I mean, for him to be shooting that well, given that he takes a lot of outside shots, is
Mhm.
incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
I forget exactly what the number. I think he must have been like 21 to 42 or something. Um, yeah, great season for Trey, obviously, and great season for the rest of the Archers. And all right, so that's Jackson with our first 2 point lead of the game now, 5 to 3 to 3. With how many questions do we have remaining? One, two, with just 3 questions remaining. So Jackson could lock up the win. Um, with an answer on any the win or correct answer on any of these 3 remaining questions. All right. Since the PLL started keeping unassisted goals as a stat in 2022, Connor Fields has the most. How many unassisted goals does he have in the 2022, 23, and 24 seasons, regular season and playoffs? Not Champ Series because he doesn't play there. So how many unassisted goals does Connor Fields have in the last 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, they're going between the legs half the time.
Yep.
Watching that live was ridiculous.
Yeah, we
He's
were
so
what was that? Was that at Harvard?
yep,
Yeah.
we were
That's awesome.
sidelined for it.
He
Yeah.
did it in Albany too. I told him at media day this year for the championship game. I said, Rob Pennell has the question mark. Some guys have around the world. Your signature move is between the legs.
Yeah. Has he pulled out in the NLL yet?
I want him to so bad.
Yeah,
He should also be the MVP of the NLL this year, but
for sure. Yeah, the Nighthawks are going to make the playoffs, right?
yeah, they already clinched a playoff
Okay, yeah.
spot.
Yeah, it's just it's between a bunch of teams for the last couple.
Wings are still alive. 1.6% chance.
Are they? They must need like all
They
other
they
13 teams to lose.
they need to win and then like the Desert Dogs have to win their game against Calgary. Calgary has to lose to Colorado because they have a doubleheader this weekend, and then like one other combination of like losses, but like there is a result where the Wings end up with the 8 seed.
That's wild. That shouldn't be possible. Even the fact that the Firewolves are have a not crazy chance to make the playoffs.
Hey man, I'm just here to say Kyle Jackson's the ultimate vibes guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
on your team does well.
Yep. Good luck to the Atlas in 2025.
Plus, he's gonna have dad shrink this week because
Yep.
his wife just had another baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that today. Uh,
Congrats to him.
yeah. Yeah. Kyle Jackson's gonna score. And it's a revenge-ish game because he used to play for the Seals. I know.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's see those guesses for how many unassisted goals Connor Fields has. Jack 17, Jackson 43,
8.
40, 48, 47. Jack, what was yours again? 17?
Yeah.
I'm
That is a win for
27.
Kyle.
Let's go.
Jackson, I was trying to give you the 43 there. The correct answer is 44.
I knew it was a lot.
Yeah. I did not write down how many total goals he has in that time, but it is yeah, the majority of them are unassisted for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Late shot clock.
yep. Yeah. Oh, we got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Give it to Connor and he can figure it out.
Watch him work.
Literally.
Yeah. All right. Two questions to go. Still technically anyone's game. Jack, if you get these final two, you could force a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Like
Kyle,
the
obviously,
Philadelphia
if you get them
Wings.
both, you can. Yeah. Okay. Second to last question. How many career ground balls do the three Cursed brothers have? Regular season, playoffs, champ series.
Oh,
Of course, only one of them has played in the champ series.
As I'm playing Immaculate Grid, goalies actually get more ground balls than you think.
They do.
Because if it's not a clean save,
Right.
that counts as a ground ball.
Yeah. If
If
yeah,
they just
things
clamp
that
it,
are yeah, I think if
yeah.
it's like a yeah, if it's a rebound or I don't even know if like a defenseman catches it and like puts it down in the crease and then the goalie picks it up. I wonder if that counts as a ground ball. This is why we got to get Joe Keegan on as a
yeah.
player.
Okay, so the three Curse brothers
Yes.
all time.
Yep. In their careers, which of course are not all the same lengths. I forgot Colin played Champ Series too, so I had to add uh,
Mm.
a number to this a couple days ago. All right, let's see. Jack, are you keeping the game alive? 211, 126, 364, 394,
304.
304. That is a win for Jackson. The correct answer is 146.
Oh, not
Mm.
as high as I thought.
Yeah. We'll go Cole only has 15. Connor has 62. And I promise this isn't the reason I asked this question. Colin has 69.
Nice.
Yeah. But he had 50 until I put in his Champ Series ground balls.
Makes sense. He's really
Yeah,
nice at Champ Series.
he is. He certainly is. All right. So Jackson's got the win locked up, unless I decide to ask my tiebreaker question. But ooh, this last question is really good. I almost want to save it, but it's also really good, so I want to use it. And plus, it's another answer that changes every year. How many games have there been in the history of the PLL? Regular season, playoffs, All-Star game, and Champ Series.
Hmm.
Regular season, playoffs, all-star, and champ series.
Yep. I wasn't sure what I expected the number to be, but I don't know. I don't think it was this.
Oh, oh, that's what you told me there was no more math.
I mean, it's a numbers game. There's going to be some thinking about numbers, but I'm not asking you to, I don't know, figure out how many. I mean, yeah, no, you're right. This is basically the same as the question of the sum of the point totals. I apologize, Jack. If you if you want to play this game, the rest of this game under protest, I understand, and I will respect your decision. You guys all have an answer? All right. Let's see them for the final time of this game. Kyle 192,
162.
162, 170. Jax is 1. Okay. Uh,
The most Price is Right answer of all time.
yep. That is a win for Jackson. Again, the correct answer is 267.
Wow.
Yeah. I can do that year by year real quick. We got 2019, they were 38. 2020, they were only 20. And then we got 43 and 21, 47 and 22, 9 in the 2023 Champ Series, also 47 and 23, 9 in the 24 Champ Series, 46 in 2024, and 8 in the most recent 2025 Champ Series. Yeah, so that is our game. Thank you all very much for playing. Jackson, enjoy your crown. I don't have a real one to give you. Also, you live about 700 miles away from me. But yeah, I hope to be welcoming you back on soon to defend your title against two new contenders.
Would love
Definitely gonna
to.
get Deej on the next one of these. Gotta keep the OTB boys frequent guests, and hopefully another champ series or another supporter group leader rather. Would love to get a PLL employee or a player on one of these days as well. Um, Thank you all for playing along. Anyone who watched this video to the end. Jackson, anything you want to say in the winner circle here?
I mean, I'm wearing the Archers jersey, so that may have helped a little bit. But thank you so much for organizing. It was a lot of fun, and definitely will welcome uh, defending my title.
All
So
right.
I'm
Yeah, we
excited
we
about
look
that.
forward to it. Yeah, I'll try to get that one in before the start of the year. Yeah, thank you all three for playing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.